that short time, and they know that I haven't been around you in 15 years. They know I have nothing to do with anything that you do, and that we just came into contact. What was it, this year or just last year? I think it was just last year we came back into contact, where I had somehow searched up MK Terminators, and then I found your name, and then we connected on Facebook, and that's how I found you.
So
If you want an early expungement, there's something that you have to be doing that's worthy of that expungement. Are you working very hard? Have you, uh, 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 for instance, like you have to have at least some sort of business plan. There has to be a reason for the expungement. It's like, do you have an ambition to be a good person? Do you have an ambition to change? Do you have there has to be, like, or else why would the judge or the governor or anything give you that early termination of those conditions? There has to be this good reason why it would be necessary to do that. It's not just like home free and all that. It's more about also uh, why do you want to be home free? Do you have a certain ambition or career or something of that nature that you're being hindered, and you feel like you're being enslaved? Like, and I would agree with that on you. You made a mistake when you were a younger adult or whatever. Well, you got to prove that you will never do those unjust things again, like view those that specific content that you viewed, and that you've changed your life completely, such as meeting a woman at church, showing attendance at a church, or you have to first. I wouldn't even brag to your probation officer about it. I would do it all on your own. Document that you want to join a church, change your life, be forgiven for your sins, learn more about God and the ways of God and things, and that you want to meet a woman, and then meet a woman and start a family and things, and that you have a certain career path that you want to follow. Um,
yeah,
or quite possibly, it would be better if you've already followed a career path and really taken off in it. That would be a reason why one of your governors or something, where the governor, I'm sure, I don't know how many there are, if there's only one or more, but that would be a reason why somebody would say that it would be proper to be expunged on those charges and things like
unless you know somebody really rich.
that. Yeah, and that's the thing. And what I was going to say earlier, it was like, you have such a life, and I know you do work a job, right? You're employed, right?
Barely, but
But you
either way.
do, yeah, you do. I've heard that you do work employment or whatever, or you are employed, sorry, and you are trying to create a future, and we want every American child to have a great future in America and live that American dream. And you are one of those families, especially you, that most definitely deserve that. You went to high school, you went to school, and all that. And your father is a very good man. I've met him, and he works a great job and everything. And same with your mother; she's very hardworking. I've seen her at the restaurant. She actually was the waitress there, and so I know she's hardworking. So they've worked very hard to bring you up, and you made that mistake or whatever, and it's kind of like you can only make it one time or whatever, especially with that sort of charge or whatever. So you're sort of walking a plank, and if you can make it across that tightrope, then you'll have a bright future. But you can fall, and you can fall really hard, and that might happen, and that's kind of the predicament that many people face. Even me, I have to walk that tightrope as well.
Yeah, it's it's pretty complicated. But they came in like a bomb squad. and then the second I'm, you know, on my way to jail, they then show the warrant to my family. They didn't show it before. They didn't show it coming in. They showed it after. You see where they messed up?
I've never viewed those materials before, but I've always known uh, all the way up that if you were to view or download those materials, you would face repercussions similar to what you just explained. That's why I've never viewed those materials.
Yeah, it's.
So, but if
But the
you,
thing is the thing is the 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 system itself that they set up in the '90s for that is starting to cause major problems. You know, like you got people being killed just because of it. Like they're trying to. Like I even heard where this. I think it was a. I think it was a shelter or something or something. I can't remember what it was about, but everybody knew the guy with the stigma, and then just out of nowhere, this guy just didn't like him and just shot him dead. And it's
well,
like, it, if you if you understand that this person has changed, why can't people stand up and say, "Hey, these people have changed." There should be no stigma. There should be no list for that anymore. We should be beyond that point. Am I right?
well, no, if somebody does an atrocity, such as murder, unjustified homicide, they deserve to go to prison for a very, very long time.
Yeah,
People work very hard, and they want to feel safe, and they want their kids to have a innocent life.
but the what I'm saying is I get that point, but what I'm saying is that if you want, we live in a really high digital age where it's really on the parents now. Where like, let's say if I have kids right now, I'm going to be watching them like a hawk. Like, even if they had, let's say, let's say they got Snapchat, for example, I'm going to be one of those parents that's going to be like, who you talking to, this, that. I'd want their password so I could see what's going on.
They have software for that. It's called parental control.
Yeah, but I also think that's a little intrusive because, let's face it, um, I would rather take the phone and go through it than put software on the phone because
You know,
as
it's like
as
I
we
hated that. My dad tried doing that method where he just said, "Tom, give me your password, and I'm going through your computer and da da da." No, if you have the software, do it. You can monitor your child remotely from your computer. You can see what is my child trying to access. What is my child trying to search? You don't even have to break into the room and be intrusive on them. You
yeah,
can you
well,
can
I'm
see
not.
it and control it all remotely. And then if you want to intervene, remember your children are human beings themselves. They want to be individual, Human
Well, that's
freedom.
what I was really trying to say is, yeah, it's both methods are the same. It's just they're both intrusive. But
But that's how they
the
did it with
thing
me.
is,
I had a, that's how they started me back up. They gave me a MacBook with the parental controls, and I was 25, 26 years old, 25, whatever it is, and they gave me that Apple MacBook with the parental controls to start up, and it was a pretty good experience.
why would they put parental controls on you?
I should have had parental controls from the get-go, but it made me who I am today. But
But the thing I'm saying about the way I would handle it is, you know how I am. It's I would be more like, uh, I would just say to my son like, "Hey, do you mind if I go through your phone
it's
and just
pornography. Pornography's a problem. Like the pornography
yeah,
should be blocked to a certain extent,
it should be blocked."
especially for my children and whatnot, because I viewed pornography too much. And it might have been all right for me for my career path, but I want my children to be down a different career path. I don't want them to get in trouble with the law or anything. So it would be something to where, it might go back to that traditional fashion for a lot of people where the arranged marriages, I believe, are back or whatever, to where uh, um, children would, or young adults or whatever, or tweens or whatever, would start to find their forever mate or whatever, and they wouldn't have um, that pornography ruin. It doesn't just ruin your reputation; it also ruins your ambition for people. It ruins your reproduction system. You only generate so much sperm, and the females only generate so much eggs. So whenever they view pornography and they do that or whatever, the masturbation, it's unrecoverable, and it can become an atrocity. So that's why you need the parental controls just to block those websites. So you don't even see those suggestive images in your vision at all. Because once you see it, you can get off, quote unquote, on anything sexual. So, that's my opinion for that pornography thing is like, use a software to do that. That's what I'm going to do. And hopefully like you do that too or whatever, and then we can have such healthy children that don't view that pornography and things, and they'll be happy and find somebody and have kids, and our legacies will move on or live on.
Well, the thing about males is that uh, sure, we might have a limited amount of sperm, but the thing about us is we can produce it up until, I'd say, past 50 at least. So whether or not, in my own opinion, we have to here and there get off, so to speak.
Yeah, but listen, all those years that we just got off to pornography, those could have been children generated under us. They could be men. I know of one family that have several men, and they're generating money and working very hard, and that would help you. So that's wasted. It's like a valuable resource, like Coca-Cola or oil.
Yeah.
It's like oil, and it's a valuable resource. And once you spend it, that's what you think when you're young. Oh, it's just going to be nonstop all the way until I'm old or whatever. And it isn't. every time gets harder and harder to to sometimes to as you get older, it gets harder and harder to have that gratification, the same as when you're younger.
Uh, and by the way, are you recording? Because I'm going to go off the record for because I'm going to. You're not recording, are you?
What do you have to say off the record?
Uh, Probably some really heavy stuff.
Some really heavy stuff. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
anything too bad, you know. Like I
I
don't want
know, but
anything.
it's just just end the recording because it's I'm going to be putting my brother and sister on the spotlight.
All right.
So the recording has stopped, right?
Man, I told you it's a nonstop recording on the computer from the time it turns on pretty much to the time I turn it off.
Yeah.
So, just don't say anything you don't want to hear, don't want to be recorded now. And that's all I can say is just don't say anything that you don't want to be recorded. You know, you have your own personal business, and then you have me, and I know we're best friends pretty much. Uh, and we have different friends that, but we are one of I'd consider you one of my best friends throughout my life. And but there is certain things that you even can tell a best friend. You know, so there's certain things you could keep enclosed. I don't mind.
Yeah, the plus you can always edit it anyway, so correct.
Yeah, that would be a lot of work. But yeah, I could.
I know. But ever since the whole thing, my brother and sister don't even talk to me.
Because they may be of,
Like
you know, I'm
they're of age. It's just they don't even talk to me.
yeah. They want you to do
So
good. They want you to do good, and that was the way it was for my father. I never talked to him for a long time. You know,
they want me to do good, but it's not helping me. You know, the for the simple fact that you know how we were just talking about that, parental stuff. I was doing the same thing for my brother and sister, but I had stopped my brother after he had the pictures of himself and his girlfriend, but I couldn't stop my sister in time.
yes.
And let's just say that I had, hmm, how do I word that? That doesn't sound wrong. Basically, my brother told me that she was talking to some guys online, and he told me to do something about it. So, she was in that mood. So I created an account and tried to put a stop to it. But in the process, I got unwanted pictures, so to speak.
Your dad's got a pretty cool recorder in his office, man. That's pretty dope. I've been looking at recorders.
Hmm? That's a pretty good recording.
No, he has a digital recorder on a tripod in the picture on your Facebook.
I have no idea. So, do you think I did right by stopping her?
Stopping her from what?
Uh, when my brother told me to stop her from talking to the dudes the way she was, a friend of mine started off, and she told my friend that she had not sent any guy any lewd pictures. But my friend started getting it started, and I told him not to do it. I was trying to, you know, sneak my way in, see how she's talking to dudes, and then pop up and be like, you should be off the fucking internet. But I was going to take that information and I was going to take it to dad and be like, she's talking to guys online. And my dad was pretty strict. Not the one you've seen, but my real father. He is strict. And he told me I should have came to him. I'm like, well, you also gave me the whole, you basically gave me the key to take control and do it myself. Pretty much. But my friend was also 14. And I told him to just, talk to her for a bit. And the account I had made, I logged him out of it, changed the password before she could send any lewd pictures to him. And as soon as I got on, she was already sending them. So I got those pictures and I took it to my brother and I said, I don't know what to do. I didn't show him, but I said, I don't know what to do. I had stopped it, and all three of us were trying to handle that until my brother decided to be a dumbass and told his girlfriend what was going on. And then dad found out, and then all three of us were fucked. And ever since then, my sister won't talk to me. All because I was trying to stop her from talking to guys she doesn't know on the internet.
Me and my father and my mother and many others always used to go to Guanamias. Very good, very good.
So did I do right?
I don't even know what you were saying. I was on Iguanamia's Facebook fan page.
Damn. Basically, she was my half sister. But, oh well. Why is your computer always recording?
Because, man, God said, it's like we only have so much time. And he said, what are you doing? Are we just sitting here wasting time being gay, or are we actually doing something?
Well, let's not use this conversation and just have it more of a talk night, because, yeah. But the you remember Sid,
Week ago. Kill that lion, then I kill I go. Kill I go.
right? You remember how I told you that Sid said he was going to become famous, right?
Yeah, and you showed me his profile.
Yeah, I think he was lying. I think he was. I think he's. I think he's mentally fucked right now.
Man, he was born, he was a Islamic child in America. He's been through quite a bit. I remember one time, he always had some sort of emotional issue, that Sid. I remember he didn't know how to output some of his ambition. He should have been working, maybe, but he wrote this letter on the bus, and it was a threat towards a woman or something like that. He had this sexual ambition for this girl on the bus, and he said he hated her and wanted to kill her, and he wrote it down, which wasn't necessarily the smartest thing. He should have let that thought subside and then did something nice for the woman or the girl at the time. And that's what I remember. But I remember him being a cool kid. His mom brought us to the skate park and all that, and he was a fairly nice kid. I don't think so I think he got judged a lot, and I'm not going to lie, I even judged him. Uh,
Well, we both judged him because, like, after a while, once you had told me a few things, it's like I had to keep my eye open, and here and there, he'd have his moments, and then the next day he'd be chill.
and you know how it was back then that was during the Iraq War, and that was George W.
Yeah.
That was George W. Bush when George W. was around. Sorry, he still is around. He was the president.
Well, the thing is we were living during a time where we were pretty much attacked, and everybody from that area was viewed as a terrorist.
Yeah, that was kind of a joke, but we were cool with the like every all the American people were like very inviting of and especially Sid. I mean, Sid was a kid and he was just a kid, just like all of us or whatever. And but
Well,
we all knew that he was Islamic and it was different.
he doesn't even follow the religion his mom does. It's kind of like you're born and then you come to America, and if you don't have somebody pushing the religion on you, you just disappear from it. So it's not it's not that he followed it, it's he didn't have a father figure.
He had a
And the
father.
last time
I even went into their home. They had me at their home before.
yeah, but every time I've been there, it's he's always been at work. So, but the father figure was, I don't know, I've never seen him.
Yeah.
But there's moments where I regret when we went to the yacht club, and you remember the fucking girl asked me to go out with her, and I said no. I said no. It was I was brutal. Like, I don't even know why I said no right off the bat. I really don't. It's like I automatically judged her and said no. That's how bad I was. I don't know why. Because a couple of years back, I had a girlfriend that was fat anyway, so.
Oh, Jeez.
But I don't know.
Have you heard of Valor Road, located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and originally called Pine Street? The 3 kilometer long street was renamed in 1925 to memorize the heroic achievements of 3 men who had lived at different locations along its route. Really love
Oh,
this Facebook page here, Canadian Armed Forces. Well, anyways, Mike, I think I'm gonna hit the sack. It was nice talking to you or whatever, and unless you
can
want to
you?
show me, unless you want to show me something on webcam or something, I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
I would, but I've already. You already have my full name on the YouTube channel, and that stresses me.
Your
I
dad
don't know
has
what you want.
your dad has a firearm, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you should.
Why is that?
Well, hypothetically, if there was somebody that got really jealous and they ran over and home invaded you, I mean, I would shoot.
Yeah.